Today, my friends, we're here to break down how you guys can use YETI Bomb into a Miner Hog Hybrid. Let's go ahead and show you guys how you guys can use this strategy by breaking down both the YETI Bomb and the Hybrid. So, YETI Bomb into a Hybrid. Yes, you heard me right here at Th12. It works really, really well at Th12. I would say that if you are planning to even use Hybrid, don't use the Siege Brick as much. The Battle Blimp has definitely got you, especially with Th12 bases being a little bit more sort of this style, more so than, you know, like an anti-2. Sometimes, of course, an anti-2 is going to exist. That's where you can use an Electron, but in this sort of style of base, and these are something that were a little bit more prevalent before, as far as I remember, you know, this still works really well against those. And of course, even after the balance change. So I would still say if you are thinking about using Miner Hog Hybrid at Th12, still use it, but use a YETI Bomb instead. And we're going to kind of explain why. So a YETI Bomb is a very useful thing here in this. So I really want to quickly go over it. So what a YETI Bomb is you have two Yetis, especially at Th12, going in, you're going to use that rage spell. Now, it may not do all too much at first. However, the Battle Blimp has this really big death bomb, which means that it's going to do a lot of damage when it goes down. The next thing is that you have a Valk in there, which can, you know, do some work, but the main work that's going to be going on is the Yetis. The Yetis have those Yeti mites, so it doesn't really matter if you heal them up. You want to make sure that they are actually using those Yeti mites to take out surrounding defenses. That's the main job of it. So what we're going to be seeing in this example is we need to take a look at the Town Hall. That's going to determine where we're going to use our Battle Blimp. Once we figure that out, we can start sending in everything here. And on this base design in particular, we're going for the Eagle. In the other ones, you're going to see the multi-inferno. But the idea of this is we are looking to get pathing from the inside of the base, taking advantage of how the base looks. And then we're also going to try and take advantage of just getting value from the base. Eagle, multi-inferno, Town Hall. That's what we're looking for in this case. So now, let me just quickly show you guys the YETI Bomb, and then we'll kind of talk about the sort of queen walk that you'll see. We're not charging our queen in. That's really big. Sometimes you can do that, but other times you don't have to. You're just creating the funnel on two sides, one with the YETI Bomb and the king, and then the other side with the queen charge, or a queen walk. So you'll see that we're taking out the eagle. YETI mites are going to do some work here. They're going to lure out the enemy CC, and we're actively poisoning it too, because the baby dragon and the witch are staying in there. However, because that didn't all the way kill it, you can see that now we're gonna have to deal with the queen walk. So what you saw there is we were getting some sort of value from there. Now the biggest thing that I want you guys to take away is notice this compartment. What's really important about this L-shaped compartment is by taking that out, we now allow our miners to easily go through the base and have our queen walk down this way. That's a really simple way of just showing you guys that. So it's the dead zone to the main reason why we went for the eagle. If we didn't, it would have turned out a little bit different. So using it there was a lot better than, say, using it right here to get rid of this multi-inferno when it's really not worth it. It's a lot better. It's probably 10 times better to go in to the eagle than it is there. So there's just a lot of things to sort of cover. So now what you'll see is we're going to be starting off with our queen walk, taking our time. We don't care if she, goes up or down. We want to make sure that she is going in the right direction that we want her to go in order to get value from the base for our miners and our hogs, primarily the funneling value that we really need. So you'll see that we're going to deal with the skeletons and also the witches from there, but we're also going to make sure that we are keeping our queen going in the right direction with that baby dragon in order she can go that way. So now what you'll see is we're going to drop in our king a little bit later up towards the top, so up around here, and he's going to walk his way this direction. It's kind of a little bit, off on the placement, but you'll see that what he's doing is he's working his way down. We're not charging him in, but that is why you can still see here that now we've got narrow pathing for our miners to clip onto these buildings here. Then they'll start moving in. So you'll see that now we put 3 groups into those, and now you'll see that everything is moving in. That's really simple. Very, very simple way of, kind of looking at this. Taking our time, making sure that you guys sort of understand the big things here. One of the other things that this strategy actually got at the beginning with the YETI bomb was the tornado trap. So sometimes you can really pull up these traps like the YETI or like the tornado trap that could really be a hindrance to the hogs. Definitely, you guys can really try and take that out, and that can really give you guys some good value. So you'll see from here, using that heal, using the Grand Warden's ability a little bit earlier on, you can see that we're going to be able to deal with another bomb tower. However, it's not going to do nearly as much damage, especially underneath a rage. And you'll see that we have our queen moving in as well, but nothing is going for the town hall. So this is really a point to where, are we in trouble or something like that? But we have the queen's ability, and that should be fine. Even with the healers going down to it, we still got the queen. Her ability should be able to take her out, or take it out on her own, as we have the miners and hogs just working their way through the base, keeping up the heal spells to keep them alive, and also just a Grand Warden to go through that rest of that section. That's what you're really trying to look for here. But other than that, very simple example here. You guys can see the reason to why we decided to go in that direction, why we decided to use the YETI bomb. Kind of just a little bit sort of moving into this. I want to sort of explain, though, the YETI bomb a little bit more in depth as we go through the next couple examples. But hopefully that this video sort of shows you guys a really powerful strategy, definitely a fun strategy, and one that you guys can try out even while farming. Now let's go ahead and move on to our next example with this attack. So let's go ahead and take a look at this example, and you'll see that we're going to be dropping in just a couple balloons here. So we're going to use those as cocoa loons, just so that then, we're soaking up any seeking air mines, so that then that battle blimp doesn't get taken out prematurely. So that is what we're doing here with this. We're making sure that we can use our rage and also the Yetis in order to lure out that CC, and then also clear up any of those remaining buildings from the outside. That's what we're looking at in this example. So you'll see they're taking out the cannon. They'll move over to the archer tower there. They'll take that out, and they will weaken up that the expo. So now what you'll see from here is, with that being said, we can now start our queen chart or queen walk. What's a lot different with this attack than a regular hybrid is we're no longer bringing a charge. We're not using jump. We're not using wall breakers. We're specifically just making sure that our queen can move into move around the base primarily. And what this allows us to do is just allow a funnel. That's all we're doing with this. We're not charging in at all. So what we're doing with this is we're looking for the most amount of value from the base in order to use that YETI bomb. And then all we have to do is just walk our queen, get some value from there, maybe use a couple rage, and then we're going to use our hog riders, miners, and the Grand Warden to go into the base and sort of clear up some more things. So you see they did pull up a tornado trap. However, you'll see that we are going to have to pop the Grand Warden's ability a bit earlier here, just so that then we can protect the miners and the hog riders as they go through that town hall. So now you'll see that we've still got 2 heals. We're going to make sure that we are healing up the hog riders primarily, but then also we're healing up the miners as well, because those are always going to be really, really important to sort of go through. So we're making sure, though, that we can keep our miners and hog riders alive as they work their way around the base, even with a bomb tower still up like you see right here. So the main thing that here is definitely going to be this bomb tower that is max level, I believe. And what this allows us, or I guess the bigger thing here, is how is it going to affect the miners? Especially the weakened miners here with no spells. We don't have any more spells here, so how are we going to deal with this bomb tower? It's definitely going to do some guaranteed damage. It is going to severely weaken our miners, but still, even that, we still have the Grand Warden. We still have the Queen's ability. If the miners take out that Inferno, then it's all set in stone. So there's just a lot of key things to sort of understand here, because primarily sometimes things could go really wrong. You'll see, like right here, the only defense left was that Inferno. So there's just a lot of things to sort of go over with an attack like this. But let's go ahead and move on to another example with this attack. So again, we're taking a look at the Yeti bomb, and the biggest thing that I want you guys to sort of take away from this is, of course, we are looking at the multi-inferno. What's surrounding that? What can we get from there? Bomb tower, definitely. Wizard tower. You know, we can get some good defenses there. So we're going to use that. Boom. It's going to... Now, notice we're not using a rage spell. Surprisingly, we are not using a rage. So if you're thinking about using a rage, you could. It's definitely not a bad idea. You'll see that we got a lot of good value from there. And notice, again, we're not bringing a jump. We're just creating the funnel. So we're going to deal with the enemy CC. That's why we've got the king up towards 9 o'clock. And he's just going to work his way down. That's all he's going to be trying to do. We're going to work our queen down this direction. Maybe get to the town hall. That can definitely get us some good value from there. But what we're doing here is we want our king to sort of create the funnel for our miners to go into the base. Primarily what we're looking for is mainly this area to go in here. Since, of course, we don't have, you know, a way to funnel this section here, we're just going to have to work on it on the fly. Maybe use a baby dragon or something like that. So the bigger picture here is dealing with the enemy CC. That's really all you have to do with this attack. Then just create the funnel, and that's really it. Now, of course, that was not the only thing in the CC. There were archers within there, but you'll see that what we're doing is we are creating pathing for our miners and our hog riders. So once just a couple of those defenses or buildings are taken out, we'll start to move them in. You'll see that now we've got the hogs moving in along with the miners and the Grand Warden. So now what we've got going on here is we've got simultaneously the queen charge, and we've also got the hogs and the miners moving into the base. So as everything moves in, we're going to use our Grand Warden's ability, protect them as much as possible in the early stages of the attack. That way we don't have to burn heal spells left and right. But you'll see that what we're doing is we're using those heal spells over the hog riders because those are going to be your most valuable asset. Of course the miners are, but definitely the hog riders are much more important. As you can see with those heal spell placements, keeping up a good majority of the hogs alive and the miners at the same time, that's going to be our primary focus with this. Now, if you guys have made it this far, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys can never miss an upload here on this channel. Now, you guys can see from this is it just works really, really smooth, even when you're dealing with a base design like this and you're using a Yeti bomb. It shouldn't be that bad. You're just really trying to make sure that you are looking for just creating that funneling. Funneling from the inside with the Yeti bomb is really important. So let's go ahead and take a look at one last example to hopefully prove to you guys that this strategy, one, still works, and two, is really, really strong. So let's go ahead and take a look at this last example. And again, what you'll see is we are going for a inferno. So we're going in here, and again, this is the biggest thing that we're looking for here. What we're doing is we are trying to take a look at trying to get that section of the base down. What this means for us as attackers is what we're doing is we're then just going to narrow down the base. So all we're going to do is deal with this enemy CC, and then we're just going to narrow the base down here. We want our miners and our hog riders to go in this direction so that then our queen can walk down here. That's why we have the king and a baby dragon working their way this way. That's all it is. It's just really simple things, some very little things at that, in order to sort of, help your strategy in order to, take this and move on with it. So if you're definitely looking for a Town Hall 12 attack, this is definitely it. If you're looking for one, this is definitely going to be the strategy for you. The biggest thing that I want you guys to take away from this is understanding that the Yeti bomb is not an electron. You're looking to create funneling from the inside of the base. That way what you're going to be able to do is easily drive through it with the miners and the hog riders. That is going to be the most important asset I can give you guys within this one video. It is extremely important to know that you're just trying to send in those hogs and miners as they move into the base, into a key area. That's why we created the funnel here and here for the miners to move in. Grand Warden's ability over the town hall, making sure that we're protecting them. So as you can see, we're healing up them as they go through. You'll see that now, really a lot of those defenses are definitely targeting those hogs, but the heals are doing a lot of really good work to keep them all alive at the same time. That's a big thing, so take advantage of really, for one, how the hogs path, and two, definitely how, you know, how many of those hogs will split, how many won't, and stuff like that. There's just a lot of things to sort of cover with an attack like this. But with that being said, guys, that is going to probably do it for this video. Just wrapping up this entire attack, making sure though that you are using those heal spells correctly. That's really all you got to do. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys don't miss anything. Feel free to go ahead and join my community Discord server in order for you guys to, you know, get some announcements, chill with me and other people as well. Feel free to also go ahead and join any of the clans I'm covering within the description of this video. Remember that you will need to apply on Discord. They will not accept in-game requests. So feel free to go ahead and join their Discords, see if you have what it takes to join any of these league clans that I'm covering here. Feel free to also go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Twitch as well. And also don't forget to go ahead and maybe even subscribe to me on there as well, as we are building that up as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, remember that to, I guess, share this with your clanmates, make them better attackers, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.